Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Welcome back, boys.
Yeah. Guys.
Welcome back.
Glad to be here.
Guys, so I called, actually, I've been meaning to talk to you. I called this like Freddy's Country Kitchen Buffet.
Okay.
Just to make sure that they had the dish that I was looking for.
What dish were you looking for?
Before you went to the buffet, you called to see if they had food.
This is a seasonal dish.
Okay.
It's individual pot pies in teacups.
Come on.
And this is a pretty country place. You've been there, Cam.
Yeah.
Have I?
Freddy's Country Kitchen Buffet?
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know it's pretty country.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
with the tiny chicken pot pies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if I call, and you can imagine, will you be the recipient of my phone call?
Say what now?
Will you be the recipient of my phone call? Like, I'm going to call.
I work for the buffet.
Yeah. Freddy's Country Kitchen Buffet.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Ring.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah. No, it's Country Kitchen Buffet. Okay. Would you try one more time for me? Fred's Country Kitchen Buffet.
I don't know where this is going.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Freddy's Country Kitchen Cafe.
Why did it go so low?
Yeah, perfect. Wayne, what if I called you? What would you say?
Hello.
Yeah, perfect.
This is Country Kitchen.
Hey, do you have the teacup pot pies?
The seasonal.
Okay, yeah, it's seasonal. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm calling.
They're actually out of season.
Are they out of season?
Yeah, chickens
Okay.
are hard to get lately.
Yeah,
right, okay.
sir, we stopped serving those during the pandemic.
Perfect. Okay. Wayne, do you want to go over with me why we did that intro?
So the idea was...
I don't know what we're doing.
The idea was
was
that
the idea.
Cameron would answer the phone for Fred's Country
Well,
Kitchen.
hey, this is Fred's Country Kitchen.
With
Why would you answer it that way?
with a really offensive country accent.
And then I would say, Wayne, would you do it?
And then I would go, hello, Fred's Country Kitchen.
Okay.
And then we would call you out.
You're trying to catch me on
for your
something.
bigotry.
But then Cameron just goes, hello.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't catch Cam.
No,
being a
He
man,
is
you can't
a
catch me.
golden boy. Let's
Wow.
do those headlines, man.
Are you ready?
Yeah, please.
I'm ready.
Hey, y'all. This is time for headlines.
There it is. There it is.
All right. We have a Florida man
Go on.
that was arrested for flashing a fake badge and then stealing products from Lowe's and Walmart.
Come on. What kind of badge was it?
Much better than what he could have been.
All right. Well, that's true. Those are later on the only for Patreon headlines. So we have a Florida man that goes into a Lowe's and grabs a power inverter generator that's valued at about $1,200.
Wow.
What?
And basically, as he's leaving, he's going through the garden area.
Yeah.
All right. And he flashes a police style badge from under his shirt that's like hanging around his neck on a neck.
Okay.
Super official.
Yeah.
Like lumber police.
Yeah. He just flashes a badge to somebody that kind of asked what he was doing.
LPD, lumber police.
Well, he basically said that he was picking it up as a donation for the sheriff's office.
Pardon?
And then just took it.
Okay. That's a
I
solid
think-
plan, dude.
I think to make a donation, though, there has to be the give.
Yeah, I don't think you just pick it up.
Yeah.
he
no.
showed up to receive.
Part of the giving.
I don't think you
Part of the
choose what you're
donation.
going to donate. So anyways, he tried this at a Walmart as well.
You
Wow.
can't do that at Walmart.
He walked into
No,
a
they don't
Walmart. Oh, by the way, the generator, he sold it to a pawn shop an hour and 15 minutes after he stole it.
Well, it was donated to him.
It's pretty quick
The sheriff
turnaround.
didn't need it.
Yeah.
So he also tried this in Walmart. He took a 50-inch Samsung TV valued at $500 from the shelf and then started walking out. And then as a employee stopped him, he flashed his little police style badge.
It's
and
a
then
donation.
said,
Back
exactly. He said he was picking up the television for the police department and had the paperwork in his car.
Okay, can
Cops
you
are
go
doing
get
a lot of shopping.
the paperwork?
Well, that's the
before
thing. The
you-
employee made him made him hold the TV there.
Yeah.
Like the employee held the TV there, and
That's
then
Okay.
he told him to go get the paperwork, and he just jetted. He never came back.
Okay.
But he tried this again at another Walmart, but this time he decided to wear a Walmart associate vest.
That's what I'm talking about.
and then
Very
sold merchandise valued about $600, and
Okay.
then took it to pawn
The
shop.
52-inch TV.
Yeah.
Exactly, just
Yeah.
a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
for
Yeah,
the
but-
effort.
Another $100. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, so is it worth? Is it 2 inches worth it?
Always.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So,
100
anyways,
pounds?
he was found. He had all this stuff that he sold to pawn shops. He also
Okay.
had some other warrants and things, so they ended up getting him. But it's just interesting because they still, after they found him, and he was like running, like he was like hotel hopping basically because he was
Right.
trying to escape. But
Well, the badge only is good for one day, right?
yeah, exactly. You
You
can only get
donate one
one
day in the
free
hotel.
room. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. Our next headline, we have
Hold on. The Walmart employee waited for the paperwork. Does
Yes.
that mean this paperwork exists?
No.
Like donation to me paperwork?
I don't think it exists. I think he just caught him.
Yeah.
And was just like, well, okay, well, I'll hold it. You
And I
come
think-
back and show
Yeah,
me.
and I
He
think
called
we
his
should
bluff.
give a little more kudos to the Walmart guy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's honestly like, hey, man, I'll hold the TV.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if someone even remotely says the word cop around me,
Yeah.
I'm going to take whatever you want, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
You
what
throw
I
your
mean?
food
Like,
on the ground.
You say hop or bop. and
Anything close to
he's
it.
freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I agree.
Yeah.
Kudos to the Walmart guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kudos.
Good on him, dude.
We'll give him a box of kudos. The
Yeah.
chocolate
If
granola.
you're listening,
my
let us
gosh.
know. If it's
Those
you,
kudos were so
Those are
good.
good.
by the way, if you're listening and you are on a headline
Yeah.
and like we read your headline, you're a part of that, dude, write into the show.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
We'll
Yeah.
get your side of the story.
We won't turn
Yeah.
you in.
We won't turn you in and we'll
Yeah.
give you a treat.
Yeah. A
Kudos.
kudo.
A kudo.
Our next headline, we have a Florida man. He was upset. Okay, this Florida man was upset because
Yeah.
his neighbor was out doing some leaf blowing.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay, actually, specifically, the neighbor was on the roof and blowing leaves out of the gutter.
Yep.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
At 7:45 on
No,
a Tuesday morning.
No. No.
You don't do that.
Okay, so
You don't do
right
that.
away, you guys are saying,
Noise ordinance starts at 8.
100%.
Yep.
15 minutes early, this guy
Thank
was.
you. Yeah.
well, and so at this point, it's 7:45 when the guy actually went out to
Confront.
confront. So I don't know how long. 7:45 is early.
guy's been
I mean, it's
blowing
not
for
early
hours.
to be up and about.
No.
It's too early
But you
to
shouldn't be outside
yeah,
Right.
or to blowing leaves.
off your roof.
Exactly.
That means
So-
he had to get on his roof at 7:30.
Oh, at least
Right.
you need
Oof.
15 minutes to acclimate to the, the new
The height.
altitude.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all of a sudden, this guy that was blowing his leaves, minding his own business, just
Yeah.
cleaning up his house, hears 6 gunshots.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
And so our Florida man in his robe came out and fired, I guess, 7 total shots. He did like
He only heard 6
into the
shots.
ground?
well, he did like
Well, you don't hear
5
the
or
one that hurts
5
you.
or 6 at first, and then followed up with 1 or 2 more. Just
Well,
like,
leaf
hey,
blower's
this is
loud.
for serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, our Florida man here was out in his robe. He gets arrested, and he basically says, at some point, he's
Mhm.
like, "Listen, I'm gonna shoot your dog."
What?
Wait, what?
This to the
The
to
dog's
neighbor.
not
Yeah, he's upset. Well, I mean, I
participating?
think the dog was just out there, so you know your aggression is going somewhere.
I get it.
So he says, "I'm going to shoot your dog, and if you keep using your blower, I will shoot you too."
What in the
So it wasn't
world?
just warning. The warning
Well.
shots came with a direct threat.
Okay.
So he was definitely arrested for discharging a firearm in public and released from Pinellas County Jail.
Question.
Yeah.
Were the warning shots up or
Oh.
down in the earth?
I don't think it
Earth?
matters.
It matters to me because bullets fall. I've always said that.
Right.
Yeah,
You shoot them in one town, they fall in another town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because
who
of
can
the-
tell?
Earth rotates.
So many shots are fired every day up in
Yeah,
the air.
but if I
I
go
see what you're saying.
plop, 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 Mother Earth,
Yeah, but
they're
you
not
just-
going
you
anywhere.
just killed an earthworm,
That's true. But if I go up in the air,
then there's a chance you might.
astronauts rip.
Oh,
Okay, here's the thing though. This guy, he's
Yeah.
blowing the leaves off the roof, yeah?
yeah,
And he's got a real loud blower.
yeah, real
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
How does he hear the gunshots?
Boom, boom, baby. You're
Yeah,
gonna
But
hear
the
that.
leaf blower, leaf
That's
blower.
not that loud.
My leaf blower
Yeah.
is real loud. and
Louder
strong.
than
Well, he's got
a-
no exhaust on it.
A handgun?
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, I have a silencer on my handguns.
But not on a sleep blower. That's
Next
why his neighbors hate
headline.
him.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Next headline. We have a Florida. What was
not
that?
how it
Was that?
sounds.
I
Is that a gunshot?
I actually
He
fired
heard
my
that
gun.
in movies, and he heard a silencer go pew pew.
Sorry,
It's a laser gun.
that's what I said.
All right. Our next headline. We have speaking of guns. We have
Yeah.
a Florida man that went into an airport in Richmond, Virginia.
Come on.
Just mind his own business. Just gonna get on a hop on a
Richmond's
flight.
pretty proud of that airport too.
Yeah, it's real nice. Just gonna hop on a flight real quick and was stopped because he had a loaded handgun in his carry-on bag.
Okay.
Which, I found it interesting because apparently like this happens in 2022, this happened 6,000 times.
Okay.
In America.
Where specifically 5,972 firearms at the security checkpoints that were stopped. 86% of those were loaded.
Okay.
And so really right now, I think it's just like a PSA. If you didn't know, it's not legal to take a handgun onto an airplane, like carry it on.
Carry
Now,
on.
Right. You can load
stow?
one. Stow.
you can check it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
have it in your check baggage. There's a whole thing.
Bullets don't react
Just
to altitude or nothing.
No.
No, I don't think so. But there are rules for certain ammo that
Yeah.
you can't carry the ammo, but you can carry the gun. The gun. But
Or
anyways,
gum.
6,000
That's
people
a lot
just
of
like
people.
randomly try to walk
They're
onto
so
it.
loosey goosey with their guns. I don't like that.
Oh, I forgot that I had this.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
scary.
I've
shouldn't
never
have it
forgotten
then.
that I had a gun, but I feel like it actually seems kind of low now that I'm thinking about it.
Really?
I think so. Like the amount of people that carry guns in the U.S. and then, I mean, the odds of you like, if it's a common thing for you and say you fly for business, I can see someone being like,
I don't know. I have a weapon that can murder somebody. I think I'm always going to be aware of where it is. Just
I
me personally.
I had a knife.
I guess so.
I had
I
a
see what you're
knife
saying.
get taken away at a security checkpoint when I was going on a cruise.
Yeah.
And I was mad because we parked, then we had to get like shuttled over to the
Ew.
cruise area. You have to wait in line for however
Nightmare.
long. And then I get up there and they're like, "Oh, you can't take this on the cruise ship." And I had checked. I'm like, "This is legal."
Yeah.
Really?
Right. Yep.
And I forget what the reason was, but anyways, I couldn't
Serrated?
do anything.
Was
Dude,
it
yeah, it was
serrated?
serrated. I think so. I think that was
What?
It was like a certain like part of it that was serrated. So, anyways, they threw it away.
No.
I
Well,
couldn't do
in
any. Well,
quotes.
somebody took it home for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I couldn't do anything. I
You
mean,
put an air tag on it.
yeah, I do.
Was
now.
it a Gerber?
No,
Hmm.
no, I don't wear. I got better knives than that.
Do you?
Our next
He
headline.
just roasted you. On
We
knives.
have a Florida man that
Yeah.
went into I think it was a business, or it kind of gives a feeling of a residence too, so it might be both, but went in to fix a refrigerator. He's a
Okay.
repairman.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going in to fix
Those
a
condensers,
refrigerator and ended up stealing $30,000 worth of turtles.
Huh.
Wow.
Go
Wow,
in to
wow,
fix
wow.
a beverage cooler, a refrigerator.
What kind of turtle? So are we talking
well,
about?
that's interesting. Okay. It says 18 rare turtles. Now,
Really?
This is exciting.
$30,000.
This is exciting.
Only 18 turtles. So I think
I can't do the math,
I calculated
no.
it was like $1,600 per turtle.
That doesn't seem
On
right.
But they were
average.
rare turtles, though.
Yeah, but how rare can a turtle that you're going to be
Thank
paying
you.
like $2,000
Okay,
for?
well, let me ask you
This is
something.
an animal
It's
that's
still a turtle.
right?
Yeah, before you compare to the turtle, but you're offending the entire turtle community right now.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
right now, everybody knows how excited you get over guns and knives and all those little toys
I
you
don't.
carry around. You do.
Brass
but
knuckles.
so you go, oh, I got this knife. It's so rare, bro.
Yeah.
This knife is from wherever you shop. Cowboy stores are us.
Josh, have
And
I
then-
ever said this?
Yeah.
and then-
he's like, I was on Cowboy
And then
Store.
every time you bring home a $3,000 knife or a $3,000
Oh,
gun,
wow.
I wish.
we
yeah.
never say, oh, that shouldn't cost that much. But this poor guy's collecting turtles, and he pays.
No.
He saves
I'm not
money.
sure what side I should be on.
He's not a turtle collector. He sells turtles.
Yeah, but he stole them. He obviously.
Animal cruelty, Josh. You want to stick up for that?
Animal cruelty sucks.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying that price sounds
Selling-
about right.
I think here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just leave the turtles where they belong?
I agree with that.
In
Okay,
that
there
guy's
we go.
house?
No, no, in the wild.
Oh, okay.
Next to the cowboy store. So anyways, yeah, this refrigerator man went in, sold 18 turtles. Well, apparently the owner of this store noticed that the house turtle, it says.
Okay.
The house turtles,
Yeah.
or I think it said the store turtle.
Right.
Hunsy was
That's
missing.
the name?
Yeah,
Could be better.
Hunsy was missing.
Yeah.
And then that's what, kind of led him to realize that
What would y'all name a
18
pet turtle?
turtles. Not Hunsy. And
I
so he
I
did
don't believe in
realize.
keeping pets.
Yeah.
Do what?
Shelly is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Female.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, they ended up finding the camera footage. They had cameras
Okay.
like right above where this guy was at. But the weird thing was the fridge guy
Yeah.
came back and
Wow.
he basically contacted the turtle guy and
He's
said,
like, I got to order your part.
well, he said, hey, I think I left some parts there
What?
at your place. I'm going to come by and
And
grab
got
them.
another
Okay.
round of
I
turtles.
double
Yeah.
dipped.
Exactly. He's going to grab some more
Holy moly.
turtles.
Hold on.
The police were waiting there for
What,
him to arrest him.
what an amount of knowledge. I know refrigerators. I know expensive turtles, but I know nothing about CCTV.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
right.
real.
There's a camera above
It
me.
says it
What-
in the
what-
article.
what
It was
that
like
is.
right above, like in clear
Wow.
sight.
Well, I was sitting here thinking about like where would you put 18 turtles in your vehicle, and he didn't have to do that. He
Oh,
took
I mean-
halvesies. He came back and got more.
I think small
Oh.
turtles are the more expensive.
You think
ones.
it's so?
Yeah.
I
Little
see
turtle.
what you're saying.
Oh, like toy poodles? It's a toy turtle?
Exactly. If you can put them on a keychain, they're more
Cool.
expensive.
that's
not that
pretty
you
cool.
would,
No,
or
I
that
see
you
what
should.
I see what
Animal
you're saying.
cruelty's wrong.
Exactly.
It is wrong, and we don't support the thief or the owner.
I'm just saying
Or
size
the
wise.
owner?
Here's the thing, though. I forgot. Honestly, I had a point. I'm gonna skip it. Yeah. This guy. Okay,
Yeah.
$50,000
Pardon?
bond. $50,000 bond for these
Holy
turtles.
moly.
Wow.
Which I have another headline.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Just
I can't do
go.
it on the show. I'll
Yeah.
do it on for
X-rated.
Patreon.
Dude,
Yeah.
cowabunga, man. That's crazy.
But there's a way
Hold
worse
on to
crime.
that.
Way worse crime that this guy got bonded out for $700.
Really?
Parody.
And like the bail amounts are crazy.
Murder.
Anyways, another animal one.
Okay.
We have a
Love 'em.
Florida man that just pled guilty to the illegal sale of some monkeys.
I thought it was pledge guilty.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not.
I pledge guilty.
I pledge guilty to the United States of America. So, anyways, this guy pleads
Yeah.
guilty after illegally selling a capuchin
A monkey.
monkey
Yeah.
Yeah.
to, it says in quotes, a celebrity client in California.
Oh,
okay, hold on.
We
Let
have
me
friends
guess.
in California who
Aaron
are
Paul.
celebrities.
I see Aaron Paul buying.
You think so?
a
No.
You think Aaron would do that?
Yeah.
It's worse.
No.
What?
You know who it is?
I do know who it is.
Are you going to say
That's
who
what
it
I'm
is?
talking about.
PETA identified this person as entertainer Chris Brown.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my! He's done worse.
Wow. That
Yeah,
I
for
mean, he's
sure.
done. He's a
It's
a
got a black
womanizer,
eye.
a beater, a abuser,
So
terrible human
this
being.
happened in 2017, where this
Don't
guy
like that.
basically was in contact with 3 different people from California, like an unlicensed wildlife transporter, and then that transporter took it to, I think, Nevada, who then met up with the associate for Chris Brown and then went back to California. It was like this whole thing.
Wow.
This happened in 2017. The monkey sold for $12,650
That's on the high end.
for monkeys.
For monkeys.
I could get you a
Yeah.
turtle for way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, there was a lot of different violations, like the Lacey Act, which says it's illegal to import, export,
Yep.
transport, sell,
fan.
receive,
Yep.
acquire, or purchase any wildlife that were taken, possessed, transported, or sold in violation of any law or regulation of any state. So, anyways,
Yeah.
he
Lacey
had
Act.
a bunch, and
Lacey
like
Act.
he also had some of the cotton top tamarin monkeys that
Oh
he
my
sold.
gosh. Those things
Those are
cute.
endangered, so
Yeah.
now he's
Yeah.
even in more trouble.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, he's from Central Florida.
Okay, so I just want to back up.
He's called the Monkey Whisperer, by the way.
I
Chris
don't
Brown's
think so.
not in trouble for trying to buy the
Um,
monkey?
I don't know.
Because I
Did-
feel like that should be.
did he buy it?
His handler.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
He
look.
the
Chris-
the wildlife transporter
I mean,
bought it.
if Chris
then
Brown
sold it.
didn't get in trouble for beating up Rihanna,
I
then
know.
is he gonna
I
get in
mean, that's the
trouble?
thing. It's a different set of rules, man.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Roasted.
That guy's
yeah.
a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Our next headline: we have a Florida woman who earned the name the Hugging Bandit.
Okay, come on.
Doesn't sound
over.
like a bad
Yeah.
name.
The Hugging Bandit.
I like a nice embrace. You guys know this about
She
me.
does too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would like it from her. She's 65 years old.
Okay.
Age is just a number.
Yeah, and so
Said
I
R.
feel
Kelly.
but I feel like you get the best. Oh God. I feel like you get the best hugs.
Yep.
From
yep.
like mother
Nanas.
figures.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
yep,
65-year-olds, because they got all the time in the world.
They have a lot of
besides
hugging
that.
practice.
Well, that's the thing is I sleep with a weighted blanket. So
What does that have
It's a
to do with
65-year-old
anything?
woman.
it's about the same strength. So I'm just
Do you really?
no. It was a joke.
God.
I mean, it sounds really nice. Anyways, so our hugging bandit.
Love it.
Yeah.
So what she does is she
Okay.
approaches older men outside stores, pretends that she knows them, then goes in for a hug and then steals their wallet.
Hey,
Come
Gerald?
on.
Gerald, is that you?
Oh yeah.
Good to see you.
Give me
I
a
missed
hug. I haven't seen you for so long.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
And then just takes all their wallets.
Wow.
And so I
Gone
guess it's
girl.
like a known thing, and they've got her on at least 4 like solid cases.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
they're saying like she's done it way more
Don't your
times.
parents tell you don't hug strangers?
Yeah.
And now all
Yeah.
these old guys are like, yeah, I'll hug her.
I mean, you would hug her.
She's cute. She looks sweet. But you know what, though? It's funny. I thought the crime was going to be like, oh, she touched people without consent, which should be illegal,
It's-
right?
it's
It is
same,
illegal.
yeah,
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I did not see the stealing of the wallets coming.
you know,
No.
it had to work once. Like she hugged somebody and felt the wallet, and then she's like, I can get away with this.
It genuinely was
That's true.
friendship.
Like it was an accident.
You
the
think
first
right.
she looks for pants? Like if I'm stealing someone's wallet, I'm judging by pants, not by huggability.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if
I
they're
want
wearing,
a loose trowel.
you
what I'm
reach back
saying.
there,
Yeah,
grab the
who
money,
doesn't?
move on.
And not a button. Snap back.
And statistically, women are shorter than men. So it's easier for her to reach
Yes.
around and grab the wallet and walk away.
I guess so.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that equates to arm length to butt ratio.
No, a man's butt is about the height of a woman's chest. And I've always said that.
It's interesting because you guys have way more information than the article even does. The article is like
They-
4
Ours is
sentences.
made up.
We got verified as a news source last week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, listen, here from
We-
Facebook.
we
from,
did?
from Facebook. Yeah,
Scary.
And I was like, have you
Meta.
listened to our show? Because I just said that a man's butt is the height of a woman's
Oh,
chest,
yeah.
and everybody agreed with me.
Well,
and that's verified now.
That's how you know if a relationship will work.
right.
The butt
Yeah.
to chest ratio.
That's
Come
true.
on,
Yeah,
BC
yeah.
ratio.
That's the only test.
Yeah.
Our next headline, we have a there's a little sad, but
Oh,
we don't
no.
really know
All
why.
right, here we
All
go.
right, so in a gator-infested canal
Okay.
in a
Okay.
Florida wilderness preserve, human remains were found in the mouth of a large alligator.
okay.
Who's checking?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it was hanging out the mouth.
Ew.
I see.
Don't like that.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this obviously caused an investigation.
Yeah. Yeah.
As
This
it
happened.
should.
This happened at the Hungry Land Wildlife and Environmental Area in Indiantown, Florida.
You know where I don't hang out?
Hungry land.
Hungry Land,
Yeah.
where there's
I mean-
alligator infestation.
You know where you do hang out if you're an alligator?
Where?
Hungry land.
Hungry Land.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, he or she, they can't be held accountable, man. Like,
The alligator?
alligators, they're going to
It's in the name.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
I mean,
The
dude.
alligators are going to alligate.
I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. And then this guy or girl, you know,
Yeah, I
she's
mean, it's, I don't know what.
wrong place at the wrong time, and
Well, we don't
Okay.
know. We don't know anything
you don't
about
know?
it.
You don't
No.
know any more than what you just said?
Well, I do know a little bit.
for my
Uh,
anxiety, can we say it was a criminal?
Oh,
So
yeah,
a real
big time
bad
criminal.
gang member,
Bad boy. Chain wallet.
chain wallet,
for
fell in the
sure.
water,
Mob. Yeah.
Mob.
Cool, I
It was
feel
definitely
better.
a mob. The sheriff's office said in a Facebook post that a sniper
Oh my gosh.
kept watch over the area in case any gators got too close to the divers because the divers were, looking
Hold
for,
on.
investigating. A sniper. Do they?
Hold on.
They do
Are they
know.
not allocating resources correctly?
They do know that divers are underwater.
That's
Well, I was about to
the
say,
line.
in
Alligators are
murky
underwater.
water,
Yeah.
off to 20 feet to the left of the sniper was a tank,
Yeah, I was just,
just
like,
in case.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in Hungry Land.
We got to demilitarize our police force.
Thank you.
Okay. Our,
No, I'm with Wayne. Demilitarization.
our next headline. All right,
Okay.
we have a Florida man
Yep.
who he had just checked out at a gas station convenience store. He's walking out the door.
Yep.
Okay, holding like a case of beer.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden gets hit by an SUV that drove through the front doors of the gas station. Now, the video of this is insane.
Yes.
It's crazy because the guy literally is walking out the front door. Then you see an SUV that's coming into park in front of, right in front of the front doors of the gas station.
Of course,
Right.
yeah.
And then the 21-year-old driver said that she accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake.
Okay, that can be confusing.
I've never done that in my life.
Right,
No.
that can be confusing.
And he's
just
72 years old.
Exactly.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm hugging everybody.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so she sends it right through the
Sends it.
front door
Full
of this
send.
guy. And the guy just goes flying.
Love
what
that.
happened to him?
Well, he gets in the hospital or on the way to the hospital. He asked officers, hey, is my beer okay?
Come on.
Well, I think you get complimentary beer.
Florida man.
He just bought it. He's making sure that his purchase
Okay.
was like still safe.
This is the kind of stuff, man. When people say, "What's your show about?" You know what I mean? Like that's
It's getting
Florida
hit by
man,
a car
dude.
and then more concerned
Asking
about
if
the
your
Bud Light.
beer's
thing.
That's
okay.
And it was
him,
Bud
bro.
Light. I mean, come on.
Come
Woof.
on. Yeah,
The
$3.
water.
That's
Yeah.
the real crime in this.
Thank
So the
you.
young lady's okay. She's in prison.
Yeah, her car's okay.
I didn't say that she got, faces careless driving charges.
Well, of course, yeah. Well,
You
I
know,
mean,
get it.
yeah,
that could go either way.
I get
Yeah.
that. She's probably driving with both feet.
And at the same time,
Hate
the guy
that.
that stole some turtles, $50,000.
yeah.
Guys, we
Man.
gotta reevaluate how we're doing it in this country.
Is this a
man.
drive-through? Let me check.
Oof, it was rough. I'll show you the video.
Nice place. Nice place.
Yeah, it is.
Nice studio, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, we just got back from a little vacay,
That's right. That's right. That's
as
right.
you call it.
Yep.
But we took the vacay because I had to go out of town.
Yeah.
That's
I need
usually a vacation.
I was that's true. Well, I was a +1 to a funeral, and they
Okay.
say they don't put the fun in funeral unless you're there.
That's all right.
That's how they got
I'll
you.
take it back. That sounds less like a vacation.
Yeah. So
Is that what the invitation said to you?
yeah,
Okay.
please help us put the
You
fun
put the fun in funeral.
if you show up.
Yeah.
So I go out of town, right? And I get invited,
Come
and I'm
on.
like, I'll go because I'm a good friend.
That's right, yeah.
I'll go to
Come on.
this funeral with you.
Yeah.
Turns out I wasn't I thought I was like the +1,
Okay.
but like my friend had been invited, and then they're like, I don't want to go like alone with this person.
Yeah.
So will you go with me? So I was like a third wheel.
A third wheel to
wow.
a funeral.
Yeah, which is real weird.
Yeah.
But I went,
Okay.
and I wore my Sunday best.
Yeah. Of
Yep.
course. Of course.
Yeah, I wore my Sliv Edge denim.
Right.
Anyways, enough about me.
I'm not going to ask.
So go out of town, and this funeral starts at some time.
Yeah. 3:00.
Yeah, but we show up a little bit late
Okay.
because we don't want to seem too like needy,
Like too eager.
too eager. To
Right,
see.
yeah.
Yeah. So we show up a little late, go in the side door, right? And it's kind of like the church looks like it was like old, like Church of England.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe old Catholic.
Yeah.
There's not really a name that I can see. But we show up, there's pews. It's nice. It looks very authoritarian.
It sounds like a church.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't been in a
Cathedral,
while.
possibly.
Oh, yeah. Cathedral was the word I was looking for. I didn't
Old
have
Catholic.
it written down. So we see, she sees her friend,
Yeah.
like halfway up the aisle, the middle aisle. They're
Right.
standing ready to, see the most recently passed away. Is that what you call it?
Right.
Recently passed?
Yeah. Recently deceased.
Recently deceased.
I mean,
RDs.
probably the only deceased in the room.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not by the end of the story, though.
Oh my God.
No, I'm
what?
just kidding. I'm kidding.
The cops are here.
So we filter in and we go to the back. We're now at the back
Right.
of the line, and on stage, kind of like behind the funeral, the casket.
Yeah.
I don't know all the words. Behind the casket is a
Right.
lady like in all in robes, and she's kind of talking.
Mm.
But there's no like microphone, so I don't really hear her. So we kind of we're walking up. She must be done because she's now like coming down the aisle, and like everybody's like shaking her hand and telling her thank you. And I think since we were late, my friend feels bad. And so she tells the lady in robes, she was wearing nice fancy robes, that she can butt us.
Oh, like you come get in front of us.
Yeah.
In the line.
Yeah, in the line to see the casket.
Right.
Yeah,
Which I felt like she kind of had a front row seat, so it wasn't really
She's
fair.
already seen it. Why
She's
is
already
she butting?
seen it.
I see
She's
what
already
you're saying.
seen the rosewood, the goods.
Right.
Anytime somebody butts in line,
It's a fight.
it's a little bit of
No
a...
matter
we were
where
the-
you're waiting.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go.
We were the last
no matter what
two.
you're waiting for.
Like Epcot Wine Garden.
Yeah,
You
button
know.
line punch.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
button
big
line
deal.
punch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So we kind of get up to the coffin, and the robe lady, she grabs there's this tray, and she grabs these 5 wrapped, what looks like cookies off of the coffin. Well, she grabs the tray, and she's holding the tray.
So she
And
takes all the cookies for herself.
Yeah, well, I guess she just takes the tray, and she turns around. She says something, and she's speaking really low because I guess in a funeral setting, you gotta be polite.
Sure.
Inside
And-
voice.
Yeah, inside voice. And my friend puts her hand up like, no, thanks. And then she looks at me, and I'm like, cookies wrapped in parchment with a wax stamp.
Come on.
Yes, please. Yeah, these could be fancy.
You're like,
but
is that strawberry wax?
I don't want to seem too eager, right?
Right.
So she just she says something to me. I don't really know what she's saying.
Yeah, you don't speak Latin.
So I just give her the up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Big time. I want that
I look
cookie.
down at my body and I'm like, you know the deal here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what's
geez.
going on.
Hand him
Do I
over.
eat? Do I eat cookies?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
she offering or are you offering?
I don't know what she's doing. She's holding and talking, and I'm like, yeah. Because individual cookies
Right.
wrapped
Come on.
parchment paper with a wax seal.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something exotic, maybe saffron dusted jackfruit. You
Come
guys
on.
know
Right.
my affinity.
Yeah.
So she talks for another 20 seconds after I'm daydreaming about saffron dusted jackfruit.
Yeah.
You're
and-
salivating.
Yeah, and she flips it to the other side of the cookie. She shows me it's got writing on it. I'm like, I don't care about the calories, you know. And the only word I can really make out is her saying something blah 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 cinnamon. So I'm like, okay,
Cinnamon.
yeah. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, so I go, so it's like a snickerdoodle.
Like a snickerdoodle. That's my
So I
first
go.
thought.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'll eat.
Snickerdoodles. Come on.
It's okay. It's not like a crazy flavor.
It's not a saffron dusted snacker frost.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like someone spilled sweet ingredients out of the shelf.
Right.
Dude,
Snickerdoodles
no,
are never
you're-
overpowering.
I'm not going to let you bad talk a snickerdoodle right now.
I'll throw a snack.
Here we go. Sidetracked by food again.
So she seemed kind of stunned that I was like,
Yeah.
right? And she pulled back a bit, and then she starts mumbling and talking again. But I don't hear. I'm focused, right?
I'm so nervous. For
When-
this.
when you
I
get
just wanna
hungry,
put
you're-
on record, I'm nervous for this.
Yeah.
story.
I'm focused on these snicks.
When
baby.
Josh gets hungry, his hearing just goes.
Oh, yeah.
His eyesight goes.
Yeah,
It's like a
everything.
predator. It's just right in, bro.
Yeah. And now we're the only 3 up there. So I'm like, okay, people are watching. If I don't get the snickerdoodle, I'm going to feel like I lost.
They're going to think you're a wuss.
Yeah. It's
You know
like
what I
walking
mean?
away at the car dealership.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I grab one. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, I hear that part. And I'm like, yeah,
Of course I am.
yeah, of course I'm sure. So we skirt off to find our seat. And I'm just unwrapping. I rip the
So
seal.
you have the snickerdoodle in hand.
Yeah. Well, I'm ripping the wax.
The parchment.
Wax can't stop me.
No. It never
Wax?
has. Never will.
So we're sitting there chilling. I'm like, yum, yum, eat my last bit of cookie, looking for the holy water to just throw some liquid my way.
Yeah, right.
No. And then
Just a splash.
just a splash, wet
Yeah.
the palate. Baby.
Yeah.
And so I see another guy get up, and I assume this is the eulogy
Right.
because he goes, he's like, Danny was a great dude. And I'm like, okay, we're here for Danny. I didn't even know who we were here for because I'm still
You're a
focused
plus
on
3 at this point.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, this cookie didn't taste like snickerdoodle. It didn't taste like anything.
But I'll
Kinda
have
tastes-
another.
kinda tastes
disappointed.
like honey.
Yeah, right.
So he's like, Danny was a great dude. We're joined by his mom and all his friends. And I just want to thank y'all for coming. This is Ruth up here, up front. This is his mom. She's been through everything with Danny. A lot of first, a lot of last. And so by now, I'm like, speed it up here. I'm dry. I'm dry. So he's like, did y'all know Danny's first words were actually Ruth. Maybe that was an attempt at his mom's name, or
That's sweet, dude. That's sweet.
some weird prediction on how he would die.
Oh,
No.
When Danny fell off that roof last Thursday, nobody was there to hear his last words.
okay.
But knowing Danny, it was probably a curse. They all laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
You have to.
But-
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, but this guy says, but if I know Danny was probably, oh, hell.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when he fell off the roof.
Right.
So he said, we all know Danny. He was obsessed with religions,
yeah.
studied them and the afterlife. He changed religions like Ruth changed wigs. Amen. And then he points at Ruth. And I was like, well, this is weird because I thought
That's pretty
Ruth-
aggressive.
Yeah, Ruth's hair looks nice.
Right.
It's natural.
And now I know it's a wig.
It's not even real.
Yeah, if I felt that was rude. Which is why we're having a funeral that is a mix of all of Danny's favorite religions.
Oh, God.
He said the one thing Danny was adamant about avoiding was actually purgatory. He
Okay.
believed in purgatory.
So he wasn't a fan of purgatory.
Yeah.
Well,
He-
I don't think anybody is.
No. He
It's
said
that in between stage,
No,
awkward.
heaven
you just wanna
sounds
know.
cool.
Yeah,
I just
right,
wanna know,
right.
where am I going?
Yeah.
Danny told this guy, heaven sounds cool.
Yeah, usually.
Hell sounds more fun. Sounds like more
What?
fun.
Oh.
And purgatory sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
He said, so me and the boys got together and did the last great thing we could do for our good friend Danny. We bought him out of purgatory.
What?
So now that rings my ear.
Yeah.
I'm like buying something.
Yeah, you're like, hello?
Yeah, ideally, it's milk because I'm thirsty.
Right.
So he goes on to explain. He says, the cookies that Our Lady Priestess Shannon has in front of her.
Lady Shannon.
And Lady Shannon actually.
robe lady.
Yeah, when she took the tray, she sat down in the front row. I was like, oh, I guess VIP.
Yeah, the priest just gave you a cookie. You're a pretty big deal.
I'm a pretty big deal. That Lady Shannon has in front of her and will consume actually represent all the sins in Danny's life.
Hold on now.
Yeah, all the sins that would keep him stuck in purgatory.
Who's supposed to consume them?
The Lady Priestess Shannon in the robes.
But you ate some.
Well, someone, what did I eat? Did it represent one? Was it just a loose one because they had too much dough? I don't know.
So you took on.
Well, I
Hold
don't
on.
know what I
Keep
took
going.
on.
Yeah.
So he says, Lady Shannon, the priestess, her eating these is absolving him of all his sins. And she'll now carry those sins for Danny so that Danny can pass through purgatory.
Wow.
And I want, not me, Josh, but me, Craig, I think the guy his name was,
Yeah.
Sounds like
wants to thank Shannon from all of us. So about this time, me in the pew,
Yeah.
and the people who had seen me rapidly unwrapping my cookie,
Yeah, your snickerdoodle.
Yeah. Right.
3 rows kind of turn and look at me. And I naturally, because, I'm a praying man, I immediately bow to pray.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
Yeah.
any of this.
Not avoid eye contact.
Yeah. I hear a little commotion because church cathedrals
Right.
are pretty loud.
Yeah. Old Catholic.
Yeah, old Catholic. I hear some movements, and then I hear Priestess Shannon
Row.
on the mic, and she says, hello, everybody. She says, I believe that was actually one of the only sin eaters left.
She is.
Yeah, but some are led, she said, like herself, and some are called to sin eating. She said, what's nice is that even after my lengthy speech earlier about sin eating, and my explanation in line to this gentleman, he insisted on carrying Danny's burden and eating Danny's sin. And you should all thank him.
Wow, Josh.
Because she doesn't have to carry it alone. So now I'm thinking, is she talking about me?
Yeah. The only one that ate the cookie.
Well, I don't know what happened before me.
Yeah.
But I do know I was in an interaction with High Priestess
That you
Shannon.
didn't understand all the words.
No.
to it.
Well, we were being respectful, but
Yeah.
I was
But
focused.
not listening.
You were zoned in on those sin cakes.
Well, there was a wax stamp and it had the sand time capsule
Oh, okay. That's kind of
stamped
cool.
in it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I got limited time to eat this.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Maybe
On
before
the
it goes
clock,
bad.
baby.
Melts in your mouth.
So and then I hear, sir, in the back, nicely dressed, skinny, bearded guy.
Right.
Would you come up front? I'm like, me? Well, I get a nudge, from my plus
It's
one,
definitely
plus one.
you. Yeah.
And she goes, I think she wants you on stage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oof, this is not where I want to be because, I don't like heights.
Yeah, you're adverse to attention.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I meander, hoping that if I take my time, she'll just go, it's okay, actually stay there.
Yeah.
But that never slowed anybody down.
Right.
So I meander my way up there. And she says, there's obviously a bunch of claps and stuff. And
Right,
everybody's
yeah.
like, this guy loves Danny.
Yeah, he's got
And
a
I
big
don't
fan
know
of
the
Danny.
dude. I'm 3 degrees separated from Danny.
Right.
Right? Danny kind of sounds like,
Yeah. But
if I'm honest, from what I overheard about Danny, he sounds like a jerk. I mean, falling off a roof.
yeah, but now you're interceding for him via cookie.
Yeah.
I was going
Which
to
is-
say,
that's a big deal.
you're actually the closest one to Danny.
I
at this
really
point.
You're
am.
closer than Ruth is. His own mama didn't eat a cookie.
Ruth and her wigs. Amen.
Yeah.
So I get up there and High Priestess Shannon says, would you mind sharing what sins your cookie represents?
Oh,
And
boy.
I'm like, what?
Oh, boy.
And then I have flashback to her flipping it over. And I'm like,
Right.
are those the sins? I thought they were the ingredients.
Cinnamon.
Oh.
And the cinnamon. I'm like,
The
she
sin
said
I'm in.
Whoa.
Oh.
Deep.
Whoa.
So I have the wrapper obviously in my pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I take it out and I go, oh, okay, sure. The sin that I am taking for Danny. And I flip it over and it says, visited Epstein Island. So I don't know. I don't stay current. I don't know what that entails. I assume it's a heavy sin. So what I'm here asking my two best friends, I went and picked up some cookies. From the I went and picked up some cookies. There's some sins written on them.
Okay.
If I'm gonna carry Danny's sin,
Okay.
I would hope my two best friends
I'm sweating now.
would carry your sin.
would carry my sin.
Okay.
And please,
Careful, that
eat-
Sinnerdoodles open.
you don't have to eat it right now because you've been handed it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it counts.
Yeah.
So just name the sin.
This is your sin.
Yeah.
That we're consuming for you.
Yeah. Please.
Okay,
So that
if
I
we-
can pass purgatory.
Okay.
If we choose to.
I'm reading mine. Buying used Girls Gone Wild DVDs.
Okay. So yeah, it's not a proud moment. I feel like I also participated in that bad
Oh my
act.
god.
Right.
What's your say?
Mine says all of spring break 2001.
Okay. Yeah, it was a
I was there for that.
bad summer.
So I need someone to eat my sin cookies too.
Yeah, I can't just name one sin from that summer.
No.
Wow.
that's too
I
much.
need to be absolved of all of that.
So
This is heavy.
if
It's heavy.
yeah,
It's a
that's
double-decker.
yeah, that's a
It's a
double decker,
double-decker.
bud. There's no greater love, man.
Thank
There's
you.
no greater love than eat your best friend's sin cookie.
That's
Thank
true.
you.
That's Sinnerdoodle.
Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings was born in 1896 in Washington, D.C.
Okay, 1896.
Yeah,
MKW, right?
that's right. Marjorie's mother was Ida Mae, and her father was Arthur Frank. And for the most part, she had a relatively normal childhood.
Okay.
Sure.
Her dad was a patent lawyer.
Wow.
So I guess compared to like most people, they were doing a little better.
Well, I
Yeah.
was going to say, I mean, a lot of your
Esquire.
stories start with some pretty messed up childhood. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
normal
okay,
meaning what?
true. Normal as in compared
Not
to
dead.
last week's Thomas Edison.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so she did okay. Her dad was a patent lawyer, so they did better than farmers.
Okay.
You know, like
Okay, well.
middle class for the late
Yeah.
1800s. But here's the thing. What makes Marjorie's story so interesting is that she was one of those kids who knew what she wanted to do at a very young age, and she basically just went out and did that her entire life,
What's that?
like from the get-go. She began writing her first short story at the
Cool.
age of 6.
Okay, I think we did too. I did.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, you guys
I
were
was forced to.
No, I remember I had a book about a guy and a dog, and I thought it was clever to name the dog Rough, or the man Rough, and the dog like Craig.
That's pretty good, actually.
And I was like, I'm breaking new ground here.
And you won an award for that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Marjorie, as soon as she learned how to read and write, she starts composing these little mini novels.
Cool.
And they were incredibly impressive. So much so that her mother would oftentimes pretend that she had written them herself.
Wow.
And it wasn't until after people like finished reading the novel that she would say, actually, my 6-year-old wrote
wow.
it.
She wasn't taking credit.
No.
She was just not like setting them up. Yeah.
Right. And so they would be like, oh, this is really good. Like, you wrote this, and she, oh, my 6-year-old Marjorie wrote this.
Wow.
And so that was kind of like the whole thing. And so
That's cool.
in elementary school, Marjorie had her first written work published in a newspaper.
What?
And then from that point forward, she became a regular contributor to local newspapers for the entirety of her childhood.
Oh my goodness.
That's impressive.
So as a little girl, she's submitting these short stories to local papers, and they're being published. And then the editors would like ask for more. They're like, hey, remember last week when you wrote
Give
that?
me them
like,
goodies.
Yeah, can you write some more? Which is insane because she's a child. Before she ever got to middle school, she had been published more than most authors have their entire lives.
Oh my goodness. What is she writing?
Are they publishing her though as like a child writer?
They were leaning into this kind of like prodigy thing.
Okay.
Like, so they weren't disguising the fact that she was a kid.
she wasn't just like a staff writer.
No. So at the age of 15, Marjorie entered into this like major regional writing competition.
Cool.
Lots of those.
So back then there was actually, and in this contest in particular, it was known for building careers. So like in 1912, like if you won something like this, people would be like, oh, they're going to do this for a living.
Oh,
like,
nice.
This
Southwest Regional Writing Champ.
Right. Like, this is what they're going to do.
Professional from here on out.
Right. So Marjorie enters the competition, and all the adults in her life, they start encouraging her to just submit a story you've already written.
Oh, wow.
They're like, there's a proven audience.
Check your archives.
True. I get it.
Check your archives. Don't stress about it. Submit one you've already written. And that way, like, it's
safe.
It's safe. It's been tested by an audience already.
If I know her, she wants to throw a curveball.
She wants to throw a curveball. And so being the true artist that she was, Marjorie absolutely refused to submit a work that she had already written.
Well, she's a teenager.
Yeah, right.
Of course she's not going to listen to that.
I'm not doing what you say to me.
Yeah.
So instead, she locks herself away, and she devotes the 2 weeks leading up to the deadline writing a brand new story that she called The Reincarnation of Miss Hetty.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Reincarnation is a big word for 15-year-old.
Yeah. So she submits this to the competition, and one of the judges at the competition called The Reincarnation of Miss Hetty a masterpiece.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And another judge said that Marjorie was brilliant beyond her years. So to kind of put it in perspective, all the other people in the contest are grown-ups.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what Josh said about it? Reincarnation's a big word for a 15-year-old.
That's a big word for you, little girl.
Yeah.
A published writer for like 10 years.
Oh, girls using big words.
All right. It's a big word for me.
Okay, there you go.
But no, it's one of those things where it's like, that probably was the attitude back in 1912, where it was like, like they're shocked that this child's there. And so they're saying this is brilliant beyond your years.
I think even
it's a
now.
masterpiece. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Be fine.
And so not only did Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings win first place, but she cemented herself as one of the best up-and-coming authors in the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so at this point, she's riding high. Like, she's officially made a name for herself. And as far as her career goes, she can do whatever she wants. It's out in front of her. She can do whatever she wants.
She can write anything now.
Right. But instead of choosing to write full time, Marjorie decides that it's best for her just to continue her education and go to the University of Wisconsin.
Okay.
So
hopefully for writing or no?
She could start a career, and she's like, you know what? I need to go to school.
Oh, she's LeBroning them.
She's
but
LeBroning
not going
them.
to the NBA.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like for writing, I mean, the more knowledge and the better that you are at it.
True. So I could definitely understand that. So
LeBron's not going to learn how to play better in college.
It's not. No,
you're not going to class for it.
That's true.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Basketball class.
I don't get the reference.
I call it basketball class.
That's true.
To put it in perspective.
Yeah.
So Marjorie claimed that this was one of the best decisions of her life because while she was at the university, she met a very charming boy named Charles.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a short time later, in 1919, Marjorie married Charles.
So sweet.
Yeah, he was illiterate. So
See, that was
it's
the-
weird.
It's a good pairing.
Yeah.
That was the second reason to go to college.
Yeah.
Boys.
Networking.
Right, exactly.
network.
She's like, how's my story, Charles? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't read it.
I can't
Your
read.
eyes are beautiful, though.
Yeah, you look lovely.
Ooh.
Here's the situation. I'm not here tonight to say that marrying this man was a bad idea,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well,
but Marjorie's marriage to Charles definitely put a damper on her rising fame as an author.
it always does.
Yeah.
Because coming into university, Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings was one of the best-known authors
Yep.
in the region. But after meeting Charles, she got distracted, and
Of course. Yeah.
she no longer was interested in being an author or paving the way for future young
How many
authors.
good women have boys taken down? We've
Come
always
on.
talked about that.
We've said that.
Boys are terrible.
Promising.
Boys are the worst.
Look what
Yeah.
Brock did to Michelle.
Took
You see
her
what
down.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
for real.
here's the thing.
Good lady.
She said she was only interested in settling down and being a housewife.
Ew.
And
I mean,
Don't say
okay.
ew.
I mean, not you.
well,
But like,
but
she
that's
was.
she has
writer.
a ton of potential, and there's no shortage of housewives in 1919.
Yeah.
You know what
can-
I mean? Like
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like the given. Of course, you're gonna be a housewife,
That's
right?
Josh
Like,
at
guess.
Moffam.com.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
assume, of course, you're going to be a housewife.
Right. but that in the 1900s, that
Sure.
was the norm.
Oh,
in the
okay,
early 1900s,
okay.
that was the norm.
News to me.
But here's the thing: it was not normal for a woman to be hailed as one of the best writers in the country.
Yeah.
And she
Well,
was,
yeah, so
a lot
young
of people
especially.
saw this,
Yeah.
right, as her giving that up to pursue this like
course.
very normal
Why
life.
don't they just mind their own business?
Well, she had a lot of fans, you know? I mean,
big
that was the
fans,
thing.
yeah.
And so for a lot of people, it was kind of disappointing that she chose to go this route. To put salt on the wound, she did occasionally write
Oh,
for
no.
a normal, like,
Good housekeeping.
she actually wrote a column called Songs of the Housewife.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Songs?
No.
Yeah, so
Songs of the
that's the
Housewife.
thing is like,
Okay.
so her fan base is like, hey, you
Pick
should
it
be a
up.
writer, don't be a housewife.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay, I'll write about being a housewife.
No, you were writing
It-
about vampires, and now you're writing
Right,
about.
exactly. So she even said herself that during this time, she no longer was setting out to write the next great American novel.
Oh, no.
She just wanted a normal life.
She just
And
wanted to chill.
She just
y'all.
wanted a normal
Okay.
life.
Well, I guess
And
if you
so-
reach fame at age 6.
Right. She's just kind of like, I want to
Okay.
settle down. So she does this for 10 years, for a decade.
Oh, yeah.
she
that's
barely
enough time.
She barely
Yeah.
writes. She's just living
Yeah.
at home doing normal stuff. But
And
in the
then
late
something happens to Charles.
Come on. In the late 1920s, something comes over Marjorie. She was happy with her life, but she felt like something was missing. And she would later say that she knew at the time that what was actually missing from her life was the fire and the passion that she once had for writing as a little girl.
Yeah.
Probably had some bad milk, and that kind of
It
spurred
kind
the
of she
epiphany.
woke her up in the middle of the night, belly ache.
Yeah.
I start writing
Bad
again,
milk
man.
can put you out for 10 years.
or reignite
That's
your
what I
career.
heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she spoke to Charles about this situation, and they both decided that what was best for Marjorie was a change of scenery. So the two packed up their belongings
That's
Come
what
on,
I'm
and
baby.
they relocated everything to the great state of Florida.
She
I
probably
love it.
also had tuberculosis, but that's fine.
I love
she-
you can just move cross country.
Yeah,
Love that type of money.
I love that type of attitude and motivation.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go.
To come down here. And so in 1928, Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings settled just outside of a small town called Hawthorne, Florida, in an area known as Cross Creek. Now, if this area sounds familiar,
It does.
it's because, unbeknownst to Marjorie, about 50 years prior, a very creepy, unexplained yellow fog had covered this
Oh.
town
Yep.
Wow.
and caused a lot of strange things to happen,
Yes.
which we covered in episode 166 called The Death Fog.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite episodes.
Very good.
So, to
I talked about it on
clarify-
the guest spot the other day.
Yeah, so to clarify, this yellow fog was an anomaly, and it happened 50 years before Marjorie
What was the
showed
anomaly
up.
called?
Inversion.
Yeah.
Weather inversion,
That's
yeah.
cool.
But so Marjorie shows up to the same area just to provide some perspective. Kind of interesting. So Marjorie relocates to Florida, and as she's getting settled, she would spend every evening walking the trails and getting to know the locals. And so
Okay.
she would tell her husband, like, this is it. This is where I'm going to write the next great American novel. So
Wow.
she has completely shifted. She's come to Florida for inspiration, and she
Yep.
finds it here with the locals. And so Marjorie says to her husband, I'm not just going to write the novel in Florida. I'm going to write it about Florida.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. There's so many great American novels about Florida that I could name, but I'm interested in hearing what
Right,
you're
100%.
saying.
I'm not going to ask you to.
Please don't.
And what's fascinating about this
Yeah.
is that Marjorie noticed something about the people who lived here, and it's actually something that we talk about on our show pretty often.
Yeah.
Because she's coming, from up north. She has a very different perspective.
Yeah.
And what Marjorie notices is these people are still kind of living in the pioneering age. And we've said
In
that
Florida.
before, that
Yeah.
Florida was behind the times.
Outhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that our pioneering age lasted a lot longer here. And so she found this to be like very inspirational. Like, forget the big city, forget all that hustle and bustle.
Yep.
I'm happy here. And she says, this is a quote from her. She says, "This way of life doesn't exist anywhere else in the world right now. The people are kind, they take care of the land, and they take care of each other." And that was Marjorie's going, "Hey man, Florida's great. Like, I
Things have
love
changed.
what I see here.
Yeah.
And I want to write a novel about it." And so what she realizes is the novel's got to be about these people. So Marjorie spends the next 6 years researching
Wow.
and slowly adapting
That's what
to
I'm
the
talking about.
life of a Florida pioneer.
Okay.
She
I
starts-
thought you could write a book in like a week or two.
That's
You
what I
can,
thought.
Yeah, if
That's
you're-
what I thought.
If you're really good.
Right. So Marjorie,
6 years. Wow.
yeah, Marjorie starts living with people. She starts like basically traveling around this little area and
Okay.
going, "Can I see how you do life? I want to
Nice.
see like
Really?
what your daily routine is like." And people would let her, and she would walk everywhere, like
like
through all these
couch surfing.
kind of, sort of, yeah.
Wow.
Before it was even a thing.
Couchsurfing.com. Good
Yeah.
plug.
Here's the thing: after all this research, in 1938, Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings releases a novel that would be etched into literary history forever.
Mhm.
The book was called The Yearling. And
Okay. Wow.
It was
You
a-
didn't know?
I didn't know. No, I didn't have a clue.
The Yearling's about a Florida boy and his
Yeah.
pet deer
Wow.
and his relationship
incredible.
with his father.
Yeah.
And each character in the book was based on a real Floridian from Cross Creek
It's crazy.
that Marjorie had spent the last 6 years getting to know. So she
Yeah.
writes this fiction novel about people that she's like
Wow.
fallen
She's, like,
in love
living
with,
with,
living
like,
with,
yeah.
and
I'm
like
going to
getting to
avoid
know.
talking about the Yearling just so I don't ruin it.
You don't want to spoil
But
it
it's
for
one of my
anybody,
favorites.
right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and you know this, Josh.
For sure.
After its release, The
Yep.
Yearling was deemed as the best-selling novel in America.
Yeah.
In its first year, it sold 250,000 copies, which is
Wow.
insane in the
Yeah.
1930s. It was then translated to Spanish, Chinese, French, Japanese, German, Italian, Russian, and 22 other languages.
Wow. Okay.
And is currently still one of the best-selling novels of all time.
I read it in middle
Yeah,
school.
I've got
Miss
probably
Milner's class.
2 or 3 copies.
Absolutely insane. A year after its release, Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings won the Pulitzer Prize for the novel.
Wow.
And she was deemed one of the greatest American novelists of
What?
all time. And so what's so interesting about The Yearling is that it was actually one of the first pieces of media to put Florida on the map internationally
Yeah.
in a positive light.
oh,
Like,
true.
that was like the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time people were like,
Wow.
man, like this place is,
Okay.
is more than we gave it credit
Yeah.
for. Which, and people still say today, our show and The Yearling are really like,
Pulitzer worthy.
what brings
Yeah.
Florida to the world in
Yeah.
a positive light.
You know what would have helped if the picture of the deer on the front had like a handkerchief with the Florida flag on it?
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have drawn me in.
just to kind
I
of
think
be like,
That was the first edition.
just so
It
you
didn't
know
go-
where it's at, right? Here's the thing: it was really life changing, not just
Yeah.
for Marjorie, but for our state, like as a whole. And Marjorie went on to live here the rest of her life. She obviously fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
Never wanted to leave. She passed away 1953 in St. Augustine.
Wow. Okay.
And her land and her estate was mostly donated to the University of Florida. And
Sorry.
what's really cool is present day, you can actually go and walk the same trails that she walked for inspiration.
Yeah.
And near Cross Creek, there's a set of trails called the Yearling Trails.
Ooh.
And they're located here in beautiful Central Florida. So you can go and walk and you can see it dictates the parts of the book that were
That's cool.
inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what she was seeing as she was writing. It's really, really cool.
And Josh would recognize every place.
Every spot. I mean, every 500 feet.
You know, we should offer tours given by Josh at the
Yep.
Yearling Trails.
And I'll just read the book.
That's cool.
from
They
memory.
say the yearling was good for Florida, but bad for baby deers.
Well, you know what's
Because everybody
funny
kept
is
trying to befriend them.
trying to bring
Yeah,
them home
yeah,
with them.
Yeah, bring them home.
We
and
set out to
like
tell the
boy.
story about Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings and the Great American Novel, but what's happened here is we're telling a story about Josh, the tour guide, and his love for Florida
Yeah,
literature.
my next career got there. I could do the Ernest Hemingway tour.
Uh-huh.
Come on,
The
that would be cool.
The Marjorie
Kinnan
tour.
Rawlings.
Keenan Rawlings tour.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what else I love? Patreon.com/FMOFM
Big support.
podcast. Let me tell you, our Patreon subscribers, they're the best of the best. We're live
Yeah.
streaming right now. They're chatting away.
Read
Yeah,
that
what-
one about Josh.
What about what? Oh, there's so
At
many.
least Josh is drinking soy and oat milk. We are so proud.
Well,
Come
there's a lot
on.
of milk talk tonight. on
Big
the live
milk.
stream.
I will
Talk.
say this: our live stream has had us crying laughing
Yeah.
tonight.
Well, we got the title for the show.
I know they're
What was
funny. funny people.
Here's the thing. I think when you first mentioned the name in your story, one of our live streamers said Cross Creek is about an hour from our house.
No way.
So they knew instantly.
Spoiler.
Well, once you said it, I was like, oh, the Yearling.
Oh, Cross Creek. Yeah.
Right. You know what's interesting is someone asked us to cover Marjorie a couple years ago, and I didn't because at that time in our show, I was trying really hard to not do names that were easily recognizable.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah, once you said like you started, I was like,
you finished it. Yeah.
Go ahead and finish it.
Marjorie Kinnan Thomas.
Hey, we love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See you guys.
Well,